What is up, Nexus fam? Get ready to dive into the absolute bleeding edge of gaming news because the cycle is moving faster than ever. And if you blink, you might miss the next huge announcement. We've got bombshells dropping, industry giants making bold statements, and some seriously unexpected updates that are about to shake up your gaming world. You are not going to want to miss what's coming your way. So buckle up, stay locked in, because this is PS5 Nexus, and we're bringing you the essential updates you need to know right now. Let's get into it. First up, a decade-old classic is making a massive comeback with completely free new content. We're talking about a beloved title that's been around for ages, and its developers are dropping a surprise update that's going to reignite your passion for it. Get ready for a blast from the past with a fresh coat of paint and exciting new features that nobody saw coming. Then, hold on to your controllers because we've got a shocking statement from a major publisher about one of the year's biggest hits. Did it fail? Did it succeed? The official word is in, and it's complicated. We're breaking down exactly what they're saying and why it's causing such a stir in the community. And if that wasn't enough, get ready for a deep dive into a highly anticipated showcase that promises an exclusive, extended look at a massive new project. We're talking about a legendary developer and a brand new universe that could redefine adventure gaming. This is your first, in-depth glimpse at what's next. Finally, we're witnessing a seismic shift in the console wars as a major exclusive makes a triumphant and unexpected debut on a rival platform, and it's absolutely dominating. Is this the start of a new era of cross-platform collaboration? We've got all the details and what it means for the future of gaming. Stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's go. A decade-old gem, reborn with free content. In a move that has sent ripples of surprise and excitement through the gaming community, a beloved title from a decade ago is set to receive a significant update featuring brand new, free content for all players. This unexpected announcement comes as part of the 15th anniversary celebrations for the acclaimed studio Vlambeer, who revealed that their iconic game, Nuclear Throne, will be honored with a substantial content drop. This update is slated to coincide with the game's 10th anniversary in December 2025, marking a decade since its initial release and offering a fresh wave of experiences for both longtime fans and newcomers. The initial rollout for this exciting update will be on Steam, with Vlambeer confirming that it will subsequently launch on all other platforms once any critical bugs have been addressed. While the developer has remained coy about specific platform support, particularly for the PlayStation Vita, fans can confidently anticipate the update gracing the PlayStation 4 version of Nuclear Throne. This means a significant portion of the player base will soon be able to experience the game in new ways. So, what exactly can players expect from this generous update? The developers have detailed a compelling list of additions designed to enhance the gameplay experience significantly. Chief among these are a new custom difficulty mode, allowing players to tailor the challenge to their exact preferences, and support for 60+ frames per second, promising smoother and more responsive gameplay. Furthermore, the update will include comprehensive localization, ensuring that a wider global audience can enjoy the game, alongside the introduction of C-skins for all 13 playable characters. Each of these new cosmetic skins will come with its own unique unlock challenges, adding a rewarding layer of progression for dedicated players. Beyond these headline features, the update will also incorporate many more quality-of-life features, which are expected to refine the overall user experience and address long-standing player feedback. This development is particularly poignant given Vlambeer's history. The studio was initially slated to close its doors after a decade of operation, following a mutual decision by founders Rami Ismail and Jan Willem Neyman to pursue separate paths. However, in a turn of events that underscores their passion for their creations, Ismail eventually sold his shares to Neyman, who then revitalized the studio. Vlambeer is currently engaged in developing another exciting project, the fast-paced, high-score-driven game Ultrabugs, demonstrating their continued commitment to the gaming industry. The gaming world has reacted with immense enthusiasm to this news. Many players fondly remember Nuclear Throne's challenging gameplay and unique art style, expressing their delight at receiving new content for free. The inclusion of features like 60+ FPS support and new character skins has been particularly praised, with many seeing it as a testament to Vlambier's dedication to its community even after all these years. The prospect of a custom difficulty mode also promises to extend the game's longevity and appeal to a broader range of skill levels. But is this the only blast from the past we're seeing? Get ready, because our next story involves a massive hit game and a truly unexpected claim about its performance that has the industry talking. Monster Hunter Wilds, a Capcom conundrum. As the gaming landscape of 2025 continues to unfold, Monster Hunter Wilds has undeniably cemented its place as one of the year's most impactful titles. Its launch was nothing short of phenomenal, with Steam player counts soaring to a peak of nearly 1.4 million active users. This impressive figure not only signifies a massive player base, but also positions it as the fifth highest all-time peak on Steam, outperforming juggernauts like Elden Ring, Dota 2, and even the recently released Marvel rivals. By all conventional metrics, Monster Hunter Wilds has been an unmitigated triumph, a testament to Capcom's continued prowess in delivering engaging and expansive gaming experiences. Capcom themselves confirmed the game's explosive start, announcing in March that it had achieved a staggering 8 million unit sales within its first 3 days of release. This sales velocity made it the fastest-selling game in Capcom's storied history. By July 2025, the game had surpassed the 10 million copy mark, a milestone that would typically be met with widespread celebration. Yet, in a surprising turn of events, Capcom has internally classified Monster Hunter Wilds as a failure. This classification stems not from a lack of sales, but from its perceived inability to significantly boost the sales of other titles within the Monster Hunter franchise, a benchmark they apparently set and found wanting when compared to the cross-franchise impact seen with series like Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. Now, Capcom has pinpointed a specific reason for this perceived underperformance: the PlayStation 5's price point. In a recent interview with Nikkei, as highlighted by VGC, Capcom president Haruhito Tsujimoto articulated the company's perspective. He stated that while Monster Hunter Wilds met its internal sales targets for the initial month, the high cost of entry for the PlayStation 5 console was identified as a barrier that hindered broader adoption, and consequently, the desired uplift in sales for associated franchise titles. Tsujimoto suggested that a more accessible console price could have translated into a larger player base for the game, and, by extension, greater synergy with other Monster Hunter offerings. This perspective has understandably ignited debate within the gaming community and among industry analysts. Many find it difficult to reconcile the game's record-breaking sales figures and critical acclaim with Capcom's failure label. The argument that a console's price point directly impacts the success of a multi-platform title, even one achieving such monumental sales, is being scrutinized. Some analysts suggest that Capcom might be setting exceptionally high, perhaps unrealistic, internal benchmarks for franchise halo effects. Others point to the broader market dynamics, where blockbuster titles often drive hardware sales rather than the other way around, especially when the game in question is already a system seller. Fans have taken to social media and gaming forums to express their bewilderment and disagreement with Capcom's assessment. Many are celebrating the game's success and defending its achievements, arguing that 10 million sales in just a few months is an extraordinary feat by any standard. The discussion often circles back to whether internal metrics should overshadow such clear market success. The focus on the PS5's price as the primary inhibitor is also being questioned, with many believing that game quality and marketing play more significant roles in a title's overall franchise impact. While one publisher is analyzing its sales through a unique lens, another major platform is witnessing an unprecedented surge for a title that wasn't even originally theirs. Stick around as we break down this incredible cross-platform success story. PlayStation's State of Play hints at James Bond gaming extravaganza. Gamers are buzzing with anticipation as PlayStation gears up for its next State of Play presentation, which promises an in-depth, 30-minute exclusive gameplay showcase dedicated entirely to IO Interactive's highly anticipated James Bond adventure. This dedicated segment is set to offer an unprecedented look at the upcoming title, which is expected to bring the iconic secret agent into the interactive realm with the signature style and depth that IO Interactive, the acclaimed developers behind the Hitman series, are known for. The upcoming State of Play event is poised to be a pivotal moment for fans eager to experience what IO Interactive has envisioned for the legendary Seven. Known for their meticulous attention to detail, intricate level design, and player-driven stealth mechanics, IO Interactive has a proven track record of delivering sophisticated and immersive experiences. Their involvement in a James Bond game has long been a source of excitement, given the franchise's rich history of espionage, action, and iconic gadgets, all of which align perfectly with IO's design philosophy. This special 30-minute deep dive is expected to go beyond typical trailers, offering viewers a substantial glimpse into the core gameplay mechanics, the narrative setup, and the overall atmosphere of the game. Speculation is rife about how IO Interactive will translate the unique abilities and challenges of being James Bond into gameplay. Will players embody Bond directly, utilizing his charm, wit, and combat skills? Will there be a focus on stealth, infiltration, and gadget deployment, or will it lean more into high-octane action sequences? The extended gameplay footage will likely shed light on these crucial aspects, revealing the developer's approach to capturing the essence of the Bond universe. Furthermore, the State of Play presentation is an ideal platform to showcase the technological prowess behind the game, potentially highlighting stunning visuals, realistic environments, and advanced AI that will populate the game's world. Given PlayStation's commitment to leveraging the power of the PS5, it's anticipated that the James Bond title will be a visual showcase, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in game development. The event will also serve as a crucial touchpoint for the developers to connect with their audience, perhaps offering insights into the creative process and the challenges of bringing such a beloved character to a new generation of gaming. The announcement has been met with considerable enthusiasm from both PlayStation fans and the broader gaming community. IO Interactive's reputation for creating deep, engaging gameplay loops, particularly in their stealth action titles, has set a high bar for their James Bond project. Fans are eager to see how the studio will innovate within the established Bond formula, potentially introducing new mechanics or narrative structures that differentiate it from previous video game adaptations. The promise of an extended gameplay demo suggests a confidence from both IO Interactive and PlayStation in the quality and appeal of what they have developed, positioning this State of Play as a must-watch event for anyone interested in the future of adventure and espionage gaming. Now, speaking of groundbreaking appearances on new platforms, our next story reveals a game that's not just showing up, it's absolutely conquering the charts on a rival console. You won't believe the numbers. Helldivers 2 dominates Xbox Store in stunning cross-platform coup. In a remarkable development that signals a potential new era of inter-console collaboration, PlayStation's hit title Helldivers 2 has not only landed on the Xbox Store, but has rapidly ascended to the coveted #1 spot in the top paid games category. This unprecedented success on a rival platform raises intriguing questions about future cross-platform strategies for both Sony and Microsoft, suggesting that the traditional console wars might be evolving into a more cooperative landscape. The past few years have seen a notable shift in the gaming industry, with Microsoft controversially bringing several of its flagship Xbox titles to PlayStation consoles. This move initially sparked debate about the future of Xbox hardware exclusivity. However, Microsoft has since reported record player numbers across its ecosystem, bolstered by the success of Xbox cloud gaming and its expansion onto mobile platforms. Simultaneously, PlayStation has begun to reciprocate, releasing its own titles on PC via Steam and, more recently, venturing onto Xbox consoles. Helldivers 2's debut on Xbox represents a significant milestone in this burgeoning partnership. The game, a cooperative third-person shooter with a distinct Starship Troopers-inspired aesthetic, has players engaging in chaotic, squad-based missions against alien threats. Its dynamic gameplay, coupled with an innovative in-universe narrative delivery system that evolves through a shared galactic war map, has resonated deeply with players. The game's clear lineage to shooter franchises like Halo, particularly its ODST installment, was even celebrated with a special Halo-themed DLC pack to commemorate the cross-platform initiative. The early performance indicators for Helldivers 2 on Xbox are overwhelmingly positive. As reported, the game has claimed the one position on the Xbox Store's top paid games chart in the United States, surpassing titles like NBA 2K26, Madden, Black Myth, Wukong, and Minecraft. This achievement is particularly noteworthy given the strong shooter heritage within the Xbox community, with titles like Halo and Gears of War being staples. The fact that a PlayStation-published title could so quickly capture the top spot suggests a strong market demand for such experiences on the Xbox platform. This success is crucial for Sony's strategy. With many players increasingly loyal to their existing platforms and service-based games, extending their reach beyond the PlayStation ecosystem is vital. PlayStation's back catalog is rich with critically acclaimed titles that, while successful on their original platforms, may have reached saturation. By making games like Helldivers 2 available on Xbox, Sony can tap into a new, engaged audience and potentially drive further sales, especially for titles that align well with the Xbox player base's preferences. Games like Days Gone, Returnal, or even The Last of Us, with its recent TV adaptation boost, could see similar success on Xbox. While flagship franchises like Spider-Man and God of War might remain PlayStation exclusives to maintain platform differentiation, the broader strategy of releasing more titles on Xbox could be highly beneficial. It allows Sony to capitalize on its extensive library and cater to a wider gaming demographic, especially as the market for single-player, cinematic experiences matures. The potential for titles like Helldivers 2 to become multi-platform powerhouses suggests a strategic pivot for PlayStation, moving away from strict hardware centrality towards a more expansive content-driven approach. The success of Helldivers 2 is a clear indicator that this strategy is viable and potentially lucrative. And that's a wrap on this week's biggest stories. We saw a classic get a new lease on life, a publisher's surprising take on a massive hit, a sneak peek at an epic adventure, and a cross-platform triumph that's rewriting the rules. Stay tuned for our lightning round recap and all the ways you can stay connected. And that's a wrap on today's Essential Gaming Updates. We saw a decade-old classic get a surprise free content update. A major publisher controversially called a massive hit a failure. PlayStation is giving us an exclusive deep dive into their new James Bond game, and Helldivers 2 is absolutely crushing it as the #1 paid game on Xbox. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the show, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming news needs, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and let us know in the comments which of today's stories you're most excited about. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.